Okay, now next chapter we'll start with the anti-hyperlipidemic drugs. For your syllabus, it comes under the drugs acting on cardiovascular system. Okay, so these anti-hyperlipidemic drugs they are also related with the cardiovascular system or which are useful in the treatment of any disease condition which are there regarding the heart or regarding the cardiac system. Okay, so first the name indicates anti-hyperlipidemic. Okay, so first that is the we will divide this word that is the lipidemic, hyperlipidemic and anti-hyperlipidemic. Okay, so lipidemic means the concentration of lipid or the amount of lipid present in the blood. It is called as lipidemia. Okay, if the lipid is present in the blood, it is called as the lipidemia. Generally, in the normal amount, it is always present in our body in the blood, which are required for the different functions. Okay, so cholesterol is work as insulator. They are work as the transporter of lipid or the oily substances from one part to the other part. So like this, the different functions they are performed by the lipids. So lipids are there in our body. So their concentration in the blood it comes under the lipidemia. Okay. So sometimes what happens due to our habits or due to any conditions or any disease problems, the concentration of lipids in the blood increases, and it called as hyperlipidemia. If the concentration of the lipids in the blood increases, it called as hyperlipidemia. So in this chapter, we are dealing with the drugs which are responsible to decrease the increased concentration of lipids in the blood. And such drugs, they are called as anti-hyperlipidemic drugs. So what is the function of this drug is to bring the concentration of lipids in the blood to the normal state. Okay, because we require the lipids in our body, so we cannot say that it will decrease the amount of lipids in the blood. We can say that it has to bring into the normal level of the in the blood. So that is the main function of these anti-hyperlipidemic drugs. Okay, so this anti-hyperlipidemic drugs is also called as anti-hyperlipoproteinemia. Okay, so hyperlipidemia is also called as hyperlipoproteinemia. Okay, so the lipoprotein is the type of the lipids which are present in our body. If the concentration of these lipoproteins in the body increase in the blood increases, it is called as hyperlipoproteinemia. And the drugs which are useful to bring down their level to the normal, they are called as anti-hyperlipoproteinemia. Okay, so cholesterol is the example of lipoproteins. Okay, so these lipoproteins which are present in our body, they perform the different functions, so they are necessary in our body. Okay, sometimes what happens due to some conditions, any disease conditions, or due to our habits, the level of these lipoproteins, that is the lipids in the blood increases, and it results into the hyperlipidemia. And if hyperlipidemia is there, it will bring different other conditions. Okay, sometimes what happens if the cholesterol level increases, this cholesterol or these lipoproteins they are deposited inside the wall of artery, and if inside the wall of artery they are deposited, the diameter of this artery will decrease, and if the diameter decreases, what happens, the amount of blood flow through this artery will decrease, hence the blood is pressurely passed through the artery, and in this way the blood pressure increases. Blood pressure का increase होता due to the decrease the diameter of the artery. If normal is there, blood can flow normally through the artery, but due to the deposition of these lipoproteins, the diameter of this artery decreases. And when the diameter of this artery decreases, it is difficult for the appropriate supply of the blood. So what happens? Blood is flow forcefully through the artery, and when it forcefully flow through the artery, ultimately it results in the increase in the blood pressure. Okay, sometimes what happens if the deposition of the artery takes place, blood clotting takes place, so the blood which is flowing through this artery may clot, and it can completely block the artery. Okay, so these are the some problems which are related with this increased level of lipid, that is the increased level of lipoproteinemia. So it is necessary to bring down this level to the normal, otherwise some other harmful disease conditions will take place. So next part, what is hyperlipidemia? So as I have told, lipidemia means increase the concentration of lipids in the blood, that is the hyperlipidemia. Okay, so this is the common disorder and it is relates with the coronary heart disease. It is the major problem of coronary heart disease is due to this hyperlipidemia. Why this hyperlipidemia takes place? As I have told, some habits, any disease conditions. Along with that, if there is a problem or the main reason is that due to these our habits, any disease conditions, it forms abnormalities in lipid metabolism, their transport, that is the transport of lipids, as well as the degradation of lipoprotein. So lipoproteinचं मेटाबॉलिझम जर व्यवस्थित झालं नाही, त्याचं ट्रान्सपोर्ट व्यवस्थित झालं नाही, एखादी डिसीज कंडिशन, एखादा डिसऑर्डर आलं ड्युरिंग द सिंथेसिस, so it will result into the increase the level of lipids, and this increased level of lipid is called as the hyperlipidemia. What are the causes of this hyperlipidemia? Okay, already we have discussed the major cause of the hyperlipidemia is our lifestyle or any medical condition. So these are the two major reasons why the level of these level of lipoprotein it will increase. What is our lifestyle? It is our obesity. Okay, if you are not exercising, you are having the habit like smoking, you are eating the junk foods, you are eating the oily foods. Okay, so what happens due to such conditions? The level of the lipid increases. Generally, when you are having exercise, if you are doing exercise, the lipids which are present in our body it burns, and when it burns, the level there decreases. But if you are obese, you are not exercising, you are not walking, you are sitting at the one place. So what happens? Due to this level, there is no metabolism of lipids. So if there is no metabolism of lipids, the level of lipid increases. Okay. Second one, as a disease conditions like jaundice is there, thyroid gland मध्ये if any problem, at that time it will increases the lipids. Okay, the major part is that disease conditions, along with that our habits like not exercising, sitting at the one place, the obesity, these are some reasons, smoking, eating junk food, oily food, fast food. So these are the reasons why the level of lipids increases, and if the level of lipid increases, it may be chances to block the coronary artery, and when the coronary artery blocks, it will just into the ischemia or cardiac arrest. Okay, so that's why we have to bring down this increased level of lipids to the normal. Okay, so the cholesterol is important lipids, you can say it is the important lipoproteins. सो आपले जे कोरोनरी आर्टरीज किंवा आर्टरीज ब्लॉक होतात ते कोलेस्ट्रॉलमुळे होतात किंवा लिपोप्रोटीन्स. सो आपण ते घेतलं नाही तर चालेल का? नो, we have to take this cholesterol, we have to consume the cholesterol. This cholesterol is important in most of the body functions. Okay, so our cell membrane is one of the bilipid layer, so in that we require lipids. Second one, if you have checked the steroid hormones, okay, male sex hormones, female sex hormones, or glucocorticoids, mineralocorticoids. If you go through the structures, this structure is like this one. Okay, so they have similar structure. So from where they are synthesizing these steroid hormones, they are synthesized from cholesterol. If cholesterol is absent, the steroid hormones will not synthesize. So it will be problematic. We have some fat soluble vitamins. If we are taking the fat soluble vitamins and if fat is not there in our body, it will not get soluble, it will not show the activity. Cholesterol is working as the insulator, it is working as a transporter. So these are the different functions which are the performed by the cholesterol. But if we are exercising, if we change our habit, what happens? The metabolism of this cholesterol or the lipoproteins it will take normally, and it will bring down the level of these to the normal, so it will not be harmful. Okay, so normal functions of cholesterol in our body. If any injury is there, okay, so if injury is there, the cell death takes place at that part, so we require to form a new cell at that part. So that cell formation from old one or to repair the older, that is the function of cholesterol. Okay. Second, we have discussed they are responsible to synthesizing different steroid hormones, testosterone cell, estrogen cell, progesterone, male sex hormones, female sex hormones, then glucocorticoids, mineralocorticoids. They are synthesized from these cholesterol in our body. Okay. So cholesterolचं body मध्ये काय होतं? So we are consuming the dairy products, meat, okay, eggs. So these having the high level of cholesterol, meats असतील, eggs and dairy products. So these having the high level of cholesterol. So when we are consuming these products, the cholesterol level increases. This cholesterol is also synthesized from liver. So in this way, two ways the synthesis of cholesterol takes place. One is synthesis in the liver. Second one, what we are consuming, we are getting the cholesterol from these substances. Okay, if you are eating more amount of meat, more amount of bakery products, more amount of eggs, so they having the high level of this cholesterol, as well as the liver also synthesizing the cholesterol. So in this way, the cholesterol level may increase. Next part, what are the lipoproteins? As the name indicates, lipoproteins means lipid plus proteins. So these are the types of lipid, or you can say these are the life type of the protein. So depending upon the concentration of the lipids and proteins, they are classified into different types. They are generally classified into 5 types of lipoproteins. So lipid plus protein. So depending upon what concentration of lipid present, what concentration of protein present, they are classified into the 5 types. So what is the function of these lipoproteins? To carry transporters. They are carry lipids from one part to the another part. So that is the main function of these lipoproteins. Okay, so they consist of protein as well as the lipids. So there are 5 types of lipoproteins. First one, chylomicron, VLDL, very low density lipoproteins, IDL, intermediate density lipoproteins, LDL, low density lipoproteins, HDL, high density lipoproteins. So depending upon what the concentration of lipids present, what the concentration of protein present in the given compound, they are classified into 5 types. Okay, so the first one are chylomicrons. So chylomicrons consist of high level of triglycerides, that is the lipid, 99% of lipids. Then very low density lipoproteins, they consist of 90% of lipids. Intermediate, they consist of between LDL to the VLDL. So LDL consists of 80%, VLDL consists of 90%. So it may be present between 80 to 90% of lipids. LDL 80% and सगळ्यात कमी जे lipids present असतात, that is the HDL, that is the high density lipoprotein. They consist of very low amount of lipids. So what are the functions of these? So all these 4, they are responsible to increase the level of cholesterol. Only the single HDL, it is responsible to decrease the level of cholesterol by the metabolizing the cholesterol. So what is the function of HDL? It collects the cholesterol from body tissues and it takes back to the liver for the metabolism. So that is the function of HDL. But other, what they are doing, they are responsible one or other way to synthesizing the cholesterol or to synthesizing the cholesterol in our body. That's why the cholesterol level may increase. So HDL, it is beneficial in our body. LDL is not beneficial, it is most harmful in our body. If the level of LDL increases, the cholesterol synthesis increases and it will harmful to our body. If the HDL level increases, it is responsible to collect all the cholesterol and it give back to the liver so that the metabolism of this cholesterol takes place. So this is the life cycle from liver. VLDLs are present, from VLDL IDL, and from IDL again LDL. This LDL molecule, they are again goes to the liver. So that is the function of HDL, which brings along all the cholesterol and bring again directly to the liver. So what happens due to that? The metabolism of these cholesterol takes place, and the level of cholesterol increases due to the HDL. Now next part, the classification of the hyperlipidemia. So this hyperlipidemia is classified depending upon the scientist Fredrickson. So their classification is named as Fredrickson classification. Okay, so there are two types, प्राइमरी एंड फैमिलियर, दूसरा है तो सेकेंडरी और सेकेंडरी हाइपरलिपोप्रोटीनेमिया. So the primary familiarity is depending upon the level of lipoproteins and lipids. ते किती increase झालेला आहे काय त्याच्यावर हे dependent. So 1, 2A, 2B, 3, 4, 5, these are the classes of the primary familial hyperlipoproteinemia. But the secondary is depending upon any disease condition takes place. Due to any disease condition takes place, if the level of lipids increases, such is called as secondary hyperlipidemia. Okay, so the hypothyroidism असेल, nephrotic syndrome असेल, diabetes असेल, renal failure असेल, so all these they are lead to the increase the level of lipids. So they are called as secondary hyperlipidemia. So the classification, next part is the drugs acting on hyperlipoproteinemia. So the classification of these anti-hyperlipoproteinemic drugs is based upon their activity, their mechanism of action. So they are classified into various types. First one, HMG-CoA reductase inhibitor. In that all the statin comes, that is lovastatin, simvastatin, all the statin comes under this part. Second one, fibric acid derivatives. In that clofebrate, fenofibrate, gemfibrozil, they comes under this part. Next one, bile acid sequestrants. So they are responsible for the acting as a bile acid or to provide the bile acid synthesis. Cholestyramine, cholestyramine, these are the bile acid sequestrants. LDL oxidation inhibitor, pyrimidine derivatives, cholesterol absorption inhibitors, and miscellaneous agents. So they are classified into these 7 types, out of which for our syllabus there are 3 parts. First one, HMG-CoA reductase inhibitor. Second one, fibric acid derivatives. And third one, cholesterol absorption inhibitors, that is ezetimibe. Now we will move to the next part, that is the drugs which comes under the anti-hyperlipoproteinemia. So that's the classifications. The first part of the classification, that is the HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors. So these are the drugs. They are generally derived from fungi. So they are classified into the naturally obtained, which are obtained from fungi, semi-synthetic, and the synthetic drugs. Okay. So these HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors, they are the competitive inhibitors of HMG-CoA. So what is HMG-CoA? HMG-CoA is beta hydroxy beta methyl glutaryl CoA, that is the HMG CoA. So this enzyme is called as HMG CoA reductase. So these drugs, they are responsible to inhibit the activity of enzyme, that is the HMG CoA reductase, by inhibiting them competitively, as they are the naturally obtained semi-synthetic or synthetic. So they are commonly called as, these drugs, they are commonly called as statins. So the simvastatin, lovastatin, so they are commonly called as the statins. Okay. So these drugs, are the most of these HMG CoA reductase inhibitors, these drugs, they consist of a lactone ring in their structure. Okay, this lactone ring is similar to the substrate HMG CoA. Hence, they can competitively inhibit the HMG CoA reductase enzyme. I'll just go through the structure. This is the general structure of HMG CoA reductase inhibitors. Okay, so here one ring is present, then it a bridge, then R1 is present. So you can observe in memastatin, the R1 is this lactone ring, lovastatin lactone ring, simvastatin lactone ring. Okay, so memastatin, lovastatin, simvastatin, they consist of the lactone ring, and when the drug consists of the lactone ring, they are said to be the prodrugs. because lactone ring is present in the drug, it is not the active drug. It has to be hydrolyzed, it has to be converted into the acidic and alcoholic part, then only it becomes the active. So the drugs myostatin, lovastatin and simvastatin, they consist of these lactone rings. So they are said to be the pro drug. It has to be converted into the active drug. Myostatin, it is naturally obtained. Lovastatin, it is naturally obtained. Simvastatin, it is the semi-synthetic drug. It is not the naturally obtained drug, or it is not the fully synthetic drugs. The next drug, fluvastatin and atorvastatin. Now you can observe in the fluvastatin and atorvastatin, instead of lactone ring, there is a presence of this compound or this group. Okay, this type of structure, it is not a cyclic structure, it is not a lactone ring. So if such compound is present or such part in the structure is present, it is the active drug. Here lactone ring is present, it is prodrug. If such structure is present without a lactone ring, it is the free form of acid and alcoholic part in the structure, they are said to be the active drug. Here also in the atorvastatin, this part is the free part, so it is also the active drug. So these are the two drugs, fluvastatin and atorvastatin. They are the completely synthetic drugs. Okay, so myostatin, lovastatin, they are naturally obtained. Simvastatin, it is semi-synthetic. Fluvastatin and atorvastatin, these are the synthetic HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors. So what is the mechanism of action of HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors? So HMG-CoA reductase enzyme, it is responsible for the conversion of HMG-CoA into the mevalonic acid. And this mevalonic acid, after certain steps, they are converted into cholesterol. Okay, so HMG-CoA, then mevalonic acid, then cholesterol. This HMG-CoA to the mevalonic acid is a single step. It is catalyzed by HMG-CoA reductase enzyme. This mevalonic acid to the cholesterol, it is the multi-step, and after multi-step process, it is converted into the cholesterol. So what these enzyme inhibitors done? They are responsible to inhibit HMG-CoA reductase enzyme. So when HMG-CoA reductase enzyme is inhibited, HMG-CoA will not converted into the mevalonic acid. And if mevalonic acid is not formed, ultimately it will not converted into the cholesterol. So in this way, the cholesterol synthesis is inhibited and the level of cholesterol can be reduced. Okay, so the normally in the body what happens? HMG-CoA converted into mevalonic acid with the enzyme HMG-CoA reductase, and this mevalonic acid after a certain step they are converted into cholesterol. But this enzyme, what it does, it blocks this step, that is the conversion of HMG-CoA into the mevalonic acid, by inhibiting the enzyme HMG-CoA reductase. Okay, so ultimately there is no synthesis of cholesterol. It inhibits the cholesterol biosynthesis. So that is the mechanism of action of HMG-CoA reductase. Next important part is the structure activity relation regarding these HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors. So just go through this structure. Okay, so at the first position hydroxy group is there, at the third position hydroxy group is present, and at the first position acidic group is present. So hydroxy at fifth position, hydroxy of third position, and at first position acid group is present. So first part, that is 3 comma 5, this is third one, this is fifth one, 3 comma 5 don't hydroxide, so it is called as 2 dihydroxy. At first position carboxylic acid is there, so the 3 comma 5 dihydroxy 1 carboxylic acid, this structure is necessary for the activity. Okay, if you are seeing the simvastatin, lovastatin, what happens? They consist of the lactone ring. Okay, so if lactone containing compounds are there, they are the prodrug. They required to undergo the in vivo hydrolysis, and when their hydrolysis takes place, they will also converted into such structures, that is the active form. So the first part of the SAR is that 3 comma 5 dihydroxy carboxylic acid is required. Second part, if lactone ring is present, it is prodrug, it has to be converted into active drug by the reaction called as the hydrolysis reaction. So when hydrolysis reaction takes place, this acid and this alcohol will be separated. Okay, here you can see myostatin, lovastatin, lactone ring prodrug. After hydrolysis, they are converted into this active form, and this active form is look like the HMG-CoA substrate, so they can competitively inhibit the HMG-CoA reductase enzyme. Next, third part, that is that altering the distance between C5 and the diphenyl ring, it will diminishes the activity. So this is the diphenyl ring. This is C5. So in between there are two CH2s are present. So there must be presence of CH2, CH2. If the number decreases, that is a single CH2, or the number increases, that is a CH2, 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 or butyl, pentyl. If such number of carbon or CH2 increases, it will diminishes the activity. So there must be presence of CH2, CH2, that is the 2 CH2. Next part, double bond between C6 and C7, it will decreases or increases the activity. So this C6 means this carbon, 7 means this carbon. That is the ethylene bridge मधले जे दोन कार्बन आहेत. So this one and this one. So this is the CH2, this is CH2. Okay, so these are the two bridge. In the bridge, these two groups are present. If in such cases they having a single bond between them, in such cases there is a presence of CH, that is the double bond is present. But depending upon this ring, it will decreases or increases the activity. So this bridge is responsible to produce the optimum activity. In case of pyrrole, if this ring is pyrrole, it is ethyl bridge, that is the CH2, CH2. Okay. If this ring is like this one, indole ring, or this is pyrimidine ring, it must be presence of C double bond C. That is the ethinyl bridge or the ethinyl group. Okay. So if pyrrole is there, C single bond C. If other than pyrrole, that is pyrimidine or indole is present, it becomes C double bond C. It will produces the optimum activity. That's why we have told this double bond, it will increases or decreases the activity. Actually, it is depending upon the which cycle they are attached. Okay. So fluvastatin मध्ये indole आहे, rosuvastatin मध्ये pyrimidine आहे. This rosuvastatin is there for our syllabus, so you just go through the structure properly. Next part, ring A subclass. Okay. So this ring is called as decalin ring. It is essential for the activity. We cannot replace this ring with any other group, or this ring we cannot replace only by the single cyclohexane. If we are replacing this decalin ring with the cyclohexane, activity will decreases by 10,000 times. Okay. Next part regarding this side chain. Okay, this side chain. This carbon becomes asymmetric if R2 is different group. If it becomes asymmetric, it will not change the activity. If it is symmetric, it will also not change the activity. So this stereochemistry of these, it will not affect the activity. Next part, this is ester part. If we are to convert it, this ester part आणि हा जर डबल बॉन्ड रिमूव्ह केला आणि फक्त CO ठेवलं, that is the ether part, it will decreases the activity. So in the side chain, stereochemistry does not affect the activity. Second part, if we converted ester group into the ether group, it will also decreases the activity. Next one, this R2 position, if it is CH3 किंवा methyl substitution असेल, it will show better activity when it having the hydrogen. So this simvastatin shows better activity as compared to the lovastatin. as the methyl substitution increases the activity. Next part regarding this group if present, or this hydroxy group is polar group. So when this hydroxy group is present, it will increases the hydrophilicity. Next regarding ring B, this W, X or Y, one of that atom may be, or the two atoms must be the heteroatom like nitrogen to show the better activity. Then this parafluorophenyl group, it must be in non-coplanar with this part. If it is coplanar, it will decreases the activity. So this parafluorophenyl group, it must be non-coplanar with this heterocycle. Okay, and third part, this R may be any hydrocarbon, any heterocyclic ring, any cyclic ring, it will not affect the activity. So these are the SAR regarding the HMG CoA reductase inhibitor.